Hey guys, it's Anelka here, also known as Panda Shiny. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today, we are going to be doing a Animal Crossing New Horizons review. Now, I've been playing for this game for about 5 days now, and I'm kind of ready to sum up my first thoughts on the game and what I think this game, Animal Crossing, should get a review on. Let's say how many oranges this game deserves. Alright, let's get into the review. Firstly, I want to give my personal thoughts on the game. So basically, I haven't played Animal Crossing since it was on the DS, and that was a long time ago. And so I wanted to come back into Animal Crossing, see the new feel of it, and this is the first game for the Switch for Animal Crossing, so it's a big deal for a lot of people. And so the reason I honestly love the game is because with everything that's going on in the world right now, this is a really good game to just escape and just like kind of like make it your own, really. Like there's so much customization in the game. As you can see, like I have a rose in my mouth. You can't actually do that with all types of flowers, only roses that will actually end up in your mouth, which is kind of cool. And also with the island, you can have different fruits you can start off with. So my friends could have started off with cherries, apples, and I started off with oranges, as you can see. And it's just a lot of things to do. You feel like there isn't, but then you will find out there's a bunch of things you can do. For example, you can design. If I go into my phone, you can design different clothing options. So you have different templates here, and then here you actually can design your own. So there's many different things you can do in the game. There's never-ending possibilities, honestly. Never-ending possibilities, which is great because then you're gonna have hours and hours of gameplay and time will just fly by. However, with the game, to get to the point where you have all the tools that you require, for example, shovel, axe, and actually, like as you can see, this is an axe, not a flimsy axe or like a flimsy fish rod. Basically, you have a long tutorial. Like it's gonna take you a couple of days to get to the point where you can have these sort of items which aren't flimsy, just because you have to help out Tom Nook with some quests, and also you have to help out Timmy and Tommy with their sort of shop, which I'm actually still doing because I had to save up a lot of Nook miles, which does take a while, but with time you can develop how many bells that you have and all the Nook miles that I've gained at the moment, because I actually had just 1,000 just days ago, and then now I'm at 11,000, which I should be spending. But it's really easy with the Nook miles with the different missions that you can do and the side challenges. It'll be easy for you to gain your Nook miles, and also with the help of Timmy or Tommy in the shop, that if you can sell a bunch of weeds and you can get a bunch of cash back, bells in the game. So it's a long process, but once you finally get through the whole tutorials and everything, it's definitely easy sailing after that. Another thing that I think Animal Crossing should improve on is their multiplayer. So basically, with multiplayer in Animal Crossing, you would have to physically open your gates in order to allow people to come into your island. Now, the one thing I really am upset about Animal Crossing is that I have to be friends with the people that I know in order to visit their island. Like, I wish there was an option where I can go to somebody's like random island and just like visit them and like meet new people, basically. But sadly, that isn't the case with Animal Crossing, which is totally fine. So in order for you to meet other islands or go to other islands, you have to either have their friend code or you have to do like local play, which is okay. But also, when you're going to somebody else's island, it can be like, you can get bored pretty easily just because there's only so much you can do. Like, I wish there was an option that you could visit other islands, like deserted islands, and gain resources with your friends instead of just exploring your own island. That would be really nice, but hopefully in a later update, Nintendo or the people that created Animal Crossing can develop on that. But for now, the multiplayer option of Animal Crossing is a bit lackluster. But while you're not having any real life friends over, you have the cutest NPCs ever. Like here we have, I think her name's Savannah? Sahara, sorry, Sahara's. So Sahara's here. I think this is the first time I actually ever met Sahara. And you can buy different rugs, mysterious wallpapers, or mysterious flooring, which is pretty cool. I think that's such a cool concept. And also the different neighbors that you have, they also can come to you during the day, just like shouting your name, and actually give you stuff, which is really cool. So my neighbors I have here, this should be Plucky. Oh, Plucky's out at the moment, and I think Bam will be also out at the moment. But hopefully we will run into them in just a bit. So basically you can also, when you go to different deserted islands, like for example here's Bam, we can talk to him for just a bit. Here. And also, when you visit different islands, you can actually meet different people from other islands there. And if you keep talking to them, you can actually convince them to come to your island, which is actually pretty cool. So the more neighbors that I get, honestly, the more the island becomes more lively, and you can have many different dialogues with many different characters, which is really, really cool. It just makes the experience of Animal Crossing really more interactive. Another feature with Animal Crossing, which is kind of a pro and con, is that when you play the game, you're playing in real time. So basically it's going off your current time. For example, I am filming around 12 p.m. at the moment, so this is around noon. But with the different seasons that you have during the year, for example, you're having summer, winter, fall, and you're not going to experience those till later in the year. Some people would say that's a con, just because you can't get specific critters or specific fish or specific bugs at the time, so people will do time jumping. So basically the meaning of time jumping is when you time jump using your settings within your Switch, and you change it to, like, for example, you go to December and you'll already be experiencing winter, which some people don't really recommend. I don't recommend it because I did do some time jumping and it messed up my gameplay just a tad. But I don't recommend time jumping. I would recommend just going along with the game and seeing what different things are being offered at the time of the season. But other than that, some people, I would say sometimes it would suck because otherwise I would have all the exact bugs or fishes I could get in that season, and I have to wait like a couple months just to get a new fish, and that could be a bit of a con for some people. But I would say I'm fine with it, just because I'm playing along with the game like everybody else, and we're all going to be experiencing new fishes and new bugs at the same time. Also, a new pro that hasn't been introduced in other Animal Crossing games is the Terraforming Tool. Now, I currently don't have it because I'm not further down into the game. Like I said, the tools that you need in the game, you need to definitely go through the tutorial, and the tutorial is long. But when you have the Terraforming Tool, you can actually create mountains and create height within your island. So you can create rivers, you can create waterfalls, you can structure it wherever you want. So basically with my island right now, it's basically the default template when I get it, but when I get the Terraforming Tool, I can actually create my own rivers and design out the island the way I want to see it, which is actually really cool. And I wish I could be able to show you that right now, but I'm just not at that level yet. But just like visualize, I can actually change the flow of the river. I can actually cut off rivers if I want to. So there's a lot of option for customization. Like I said, Animal Crossing, there's a lot of customization, and you can do a lot of self-expression through the way you want your island to be perceived. And also, if you're actually considering to buy Animal Crossing at the moment and you're thinking, is it going to be too hard to remember? Do I have to remember all these crafting tools and different materials? Honestly, it doesn't take that long to get used to the game. It is such simple gameplay. You're not going to get confused with the game whatsoever, just because you have your phone on you actually, and you can look at your DIY recipes through here, and you can see what different items that you need to find. and it's honestly, when gathering materials, it's really easy to find them. It's not that difficult. There are some like different items that are rare and it's going to be harder for you to get, but there's no problem with that, because once you play the game, you'll kind of just like naturally get into the game, and once you're like really devoted, you're gonna like do all your research online. So honestly, if you're considering to get the game, I highly recommend it, just because it's a good way to just spend some time during the day and just like, you know, just playing on your little island and making little houses, or making items, or getting new DIY recipes to create. Alas, I'm gonna give my final thoughts on Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now, with the time that I've been spending with it, I don't even know, I think about 12 hours spent on Animal Crossing. My first thoughts and my final thoughts are that this game is a definite worth buy for anyone who is an old fan of Animal Crossing and a new fan with all the hype surrounding around it. Just because you can do so much within this game that you can't do in real life at the moment. That you can be fully yourself, fully express any little desire that you have. You can basically be anything you kind of want to be. You can be a bug hunter, you can be a fisherman, you can create clothing, you can just get all the achievements within the game. And you can talk to so many NPCs and explore different islands and just make so much for yourself, which is insane, and it's so fun and addictive. And so for my final review, like I said in the beginning, how many oranges I'm gonna give this, where is it? Here we go. I give this game 4 oranges out of 5. The reason it's not like a 5 out of 5 rating, just because I think the multiplayer can be worked on a lot. And also I want to mention Bunny Day is currently an event, and there's just too many eggs showing up, and I'm sick of it. There's too many eggs showing up, and definitely, maybe, I don't know if it's a bug, but maybe they should just like decrease on the spawn rate of it. But I'm really enjoying the game regardless of the multiplayer. The lack of, you can, like, for example, multiplayer, you can't do much with your friends. It's more just like trading stuff, and that's kind of basically it, or just exploring your island and taking photos. But other than that, if they improve on that and do an update in the future with multiplayer, this game will get a 5 out of 5. But at the moment, I give it a 4 out of 5, and that's still quite good for a game that just came out just recently. And yes, I'd recommend for anyone to buy this game. It's fun, it's good to play, it's a good time killer in a good way, But yeah, that's my final thoughts. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like on it, and also comment down below, what do you think about the game, and have you played it, and also, are you enjoying it? Let us know, and we really appreciate it. Anyway guys, I'm gonna sign off, and I'll see you guys in the next video.